Ayo River! Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We are back with a new Mythic rank deck in Standard Best of 1. White and green artifacts. This is an aggro build with a little bit of everything in it. We could call this a modify build, first and foremost. It also has life gain, trample, vigilance, death touch, and those +1/+1 counters for the modify as well. So really doing a lot here. We have creature, planeswalker removal, artifact, enchantment removal, and some juicy creatures as well that just provide a ton of value, which is really cool. In today's video, we'll break down the deck list in depth, card by card, discussing the synergies and strategies held within, demonstrating this within our Mythic rank gameplay footage against the best decks and players in the world right now. And of course, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts deck review and beloved pack opening. We might have to do it virtually today because we're still waiting on that next box of packs. Ayo River. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support. And let's take a look at the new deck. Oh, Cully. Here we are with white and green artifacts. You can see that, well, there's a lot of them here, and we're going to be capitalizing off of them in a few ways. First and foremost will be the Teething Wurmlet for 1, a 1/1. It has Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, gain 1 life. And if it's the first time this ability has resolved, put a +1/+1 counter on the Wurmlet as well. Beautiful. So this is going to grow each turn, and it is going to gain us quite a bit of life turn after turn, which is fantastic, right? Moving on, we have a 2-drop through the Yotian Dissident, 1/1, and whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Awesome. The Patchwork Automaton, 2 copies of this in the deck for 2, a 1/1, and it will have Ward 2. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Patchwork Automaton. Now, the reason we're not running 4 copies of this in the build is we are, balancing our creature base with our removal. And at the end of the day, the Dissident is, the new hot topic. It can put those counters anywhere. So that's why our balance is as such for Dissidents to automatons. This is quite nice. So 6 of them that are so similar is enough, and really fortifying the deck, like I said, with some of these removal spells. Oakley dokley. So, that's kind of how we're capitalizing off of the artifacts, right? A layer down, now we have Gala Greeters for 2. It's a 1/1 with Alliance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, choose one that's not been chosen this turn, putting a +1/+1 counter on Gala, creating a tapped treasure token, right? So we're having a creature enter play, like the Yotian. It will trigger Gala. We will make a treasure, and then that treasure will trigger the Dissident, which is pretty cool, right? Not to mention the rest of our build as well, right? Because I do believe that the Wurmlet will get triggered, which is quite nice. The Patchwork is cast, not enters. So it's going to be a little bit different there, not triggering the Patchwork. And here is another reason why we've decided to only run 2 Patchworks while running 4 Dissidents, is because the Gala can trigger the Yotian, unlike the Patchwork, right? So you can also gain life here, which is cool against the meta because there's a lot of aggro. There's lots of different ways to gain life in the deck, which makes it very well positioned in Best of 1. Moving on, again, we're collecting +1/+1 counters on all of our creatures really easily. Other ways to do that will be the Clay Champion. 4 mana plus X. It's a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, it will do so with 3 +1/+1 counters on it for each pair of forests or green sources of mana spent to cast it. And then it will also put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures for every set of plains or white source that you have spent to cast it, which is really nice, really versatile. You can put those +1/+1 counters across the board. You can make Clay Champion like an 8/8, which is pretty cool as well. The Wandering Emperor, 4 mana, 3 loyalty, instant speed, a static ability that allows it to activate its loyalty abilities at instant speed on the turn that it entered the battlefield. +1, putting a +1/+1 counter on target creature. You know, we're talking about how we accumulate these +1/+1 counters. This is a way. It's going to gain first strike until the end of turn, which is quite nice. Other abilities including making a 2/2 with Vigilance for -1 and exiling a tapped target creature, gaining 2 life for -2, right? And then, you know, capitalizing on all of those +1/+1 counters through Kodama of the West tree. With Reach, modified creatures you control have Trample, Woof, and whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. This is going to allow us, you know, get all those lands out of our library into play, thinning our library, increasing the consistency of our non-land draws. Okay, so we're doing that through the Reckoner Bankbuster. For 2 mana, 4/4, crew 3. When it enters the battlefield, it will do so with 3 charge counters on it. That's going to make it modified, and it's crewing 3. So, you know, you play the Buster on 2, you play Kodama on 3. You now crew the Buster with Kodama. It's a 4/4 with Trample. You attack, get a land. Mwah, chef's kiss. Okay. We can pay 2, remove a counter, draw a card. When you have no counters, create a 1/1 pilot that can crew with power 2 or greater for 3 total for this, which is fantastic. And then you also create a treasure, which is another artifact entering play. Fantastic, okay? But it's not just Kodama. We can also kind of combo that in with the Steel Seraph, one of my favorite cards. Again, Buster on 2, Steel Seraph on 3, crew the Buster with the Seraph because it's a 3/3. And then you can give the Buster Flying, Vigilance, Lifelink, a fantastic synergy here as well. Of course, we can pay 6 to hardcast it without the prototype, having it be a 5/4 instead, which is quite cool. Oakley dokely. So, you know, that's kind of the deck. We do have, like I said, a little bit of removal in the build. Haywire Mite, artifact creature, triggering all of our goodies. When it dies, we gain 2 life, you know, some nice life gain here. And we can pay 1 to sacrifice it, exiling a non-artifact creature or non-creature enchantment, which is very, very good. So between the Might and our Fateful Absence, we're actually able to remove everything. You know, creatures, planeswalkers, artifacts, enchantments. Fateful Absence can be used both offensively and, you know, not really defensively. Well, not really offensively, but kind of defensively as well. Because, you know, say your opponent is going to remove something of yours. You can remove it yourself, create that artifact, the clue, which will trigger your team, and then you get another draw, right? So this is what I mean by that, as well as being able to now use it on your opponent's baddies, right? You're prioritizing their things for removal. Fateful Absence is going to take care of that. But again, at that same time, it can help kind of throw a wrench into your opponent's game plan during those key moments. I wish I could say there was more, but there really isn't. We have an Eiganjo, Seed of the Empire, 4 damage, attacking or blocking. Argoth, Mill, make a 2/2. It's beautiful. And then finally, we should have a Who Endures. I don't know how that got removed. Da-na-na-na-na-na. There it is. And then, of course, a little bit more artifact and enchantment removal within the land base. Couldn't hurt. That's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, ghouls and goblins. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as well to help support future content. And yeah, let's play some Magic. Look at this name. Zombie Wolf. I love it. I love it. Hello. Good game. Hee 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 hoo 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 ha. That's how I laugh, chat. Hee 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 hoo ha ha. Try it out, it's fun. You've lost your mind, HGG. Yes. And then. Kodama. Kodama and. Oh my god, I can't even say that. And Trample, grab a land, because this is a modified creature. Right? That's pretty cool. Thank you. Let's grab a plains, I suppose. It's a nice ramp. Playing against soldiers. Lovely. That is a good card. Interesting. I will try this again. No blocks. Trample just smashes. I get a nice. Thanks. Gala out. Haywire on top. Gala gets a +1 counter. And turn. They're at 12. Here's the 4th land out. Sky Strike is bad. More Valiant Veterans are bad. The Lunarch Veteran, I believe its name is also bad. Or Siege Veteran? I think Siege Veteran is its name. 3 mana white, puts counters on things when soldiers die. Other than itself, make it 1/1 token soldier. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, the Aviator is out. Not really a problem now, but could be. They have counter magic. Right? Protect the Negotiators for 2. So counter target spell unless we pay 3, right? Or is it 1 plus each creature? I think it's just creature. Let's see what you got. I'm going to kill the Valiant Veteran if I get the choice. Let's first see how blockers are declared. They're tapped out, so there's no rush. They might just take the damage and try to hit for lethal. At which point, we still kill the Veteran? Veteran or the Harbinger, I think both are viable targets. They're tapped out, so no counterspell. So, you know, we might just lose Kodama and replay it instead of trying to protect it, because it doesn't have trample. We're more so looking to protect the Bankbuster. We have them down to 12. Oh, beautiful. Flawless victory. This is juicy. Very nice. Couple planes. Replay a Kodama. Grab a +1 counter. Send out another thanks. I mean, we're not out of the darkness yet. They've still got some cards in hand. +1 counter on Gala, and then it can attack. Let's draw as well. Ooh. This might get countered. And make a treasure. That's going to trigger the Dissident. And we're going to... Well, let's push up Kodama, and then it can attack as well, right? Yes, 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 yes. Oh! They're not buffed up, though, but they can still double block with the Aviator to get a kill. Which is fine, you know, because we're removing their creatures, they're not able to stack up, and that's where Soldiers capitalizes. And for 5? Down to 6. We lose our trample, we get 2 lands, just thinning our library at this point. Very close. I think with that land drop... Well, Siege Veteran is good. It's 2 mana with a draw. Fairly good blockers. Let's see what we top deck here. Let's try to draw an artifact. Nice. That pushes up Gala. And now it's safe from a double block. Well, not really. Maybe we should have put that over here too. Let's hold this card in hand. I'm still going to apply as much pressure as I can each turn. Another Resolute Reinforcements? No, okay. I guess that was my worry. Cleaning the token off. That's fine. End turn. They have the draw. They'll put them at 3 cards in hand after their draw step. Quite substantial. Land. Another Veteran. Woof. Double Veteran. Yikes. So we need a Steel Seraph off the top. You hear that, Shuffler? 1 Steel Seraph, please. If you wouldn't mind. Take the counter. Let's push up the automaton, automation, whatever. This will make a treasure. Just keep pushing Patchwork up. Hello, good game, soldiers. What up? I say let's go for it. Right, they're kind of forced to block our bigger creatures, which allows the smaller ones through without fear of being destroyed in that combat phase. Now we pray they don't have a field wipe. Could you imagine? Right? Get farewelled. Yeah, at this point in my career, it wouldn't surprise me. I almost kind of expect it. Let's crew up. I just don't think there's enough blockers. So, but there's no need to push the you know, it's just like take your lethal as quick as you can. We could have, of course, you know, put this into play, made a treasure, grabbed 3 +1/+1 counters, but that's just BM at a certain point. And this was a great game, you know, fantastic match. Our opponent goes first, in which we have found a new contender, rank 32, grind in mono red. We love to see it. Gala might get fried. Don't doubt it. Boy can dream, though. Please, sir. Oh. Beautiful. Okay, this is a nice blocker. And we can double drop next turn. Do they blast it immediately? You are a legend, Barry. That was good. Right? That was smooth. Alright. We gotta gain some life here. Because times is looking pretty rough. You know? Again, double dropping next turn. Oh, heavens no. I wish I could block. I certainly do. Land, automation. Counter. Counter. Kodama stops the Phoenix. Gaining life here. I'm going to hit. Double land, thinning our library. It's a lot of land. And we're probably a lot of dead. Hopefully they don't Ash Ketchum. 2 cards in hand. Another Phoenix. Is it a weaponized? Two, 4, 5. Eiganjo and bingo was his name. Oh, I pay the increased cost so they can't lightning bolt it. Just gain life for now. That's the most important thing. At least we could have made a treasure there. Doesn't matter. I just want the lifelink. This is how we win. This is how we do it. That was nice. That was, like, I thought we were losing this match for sure. That was looking pretty gruesome. All right, we go first with 2 land. Not good land. We do have a Kodama. 42% to draw the 3rd land. We will have a +1 counter. I'm going to keep it. Because if Kodama can pull the planes, I don't care too much. This Haywire is going to give the Wurmlet a +1 counter. Soldiers. Ooh. That's not the land yet, right? So things aren't looking too good for us. No attacks. We really just need a 3rd land off the top. I don't care what color it is. Basically begging for it. This was the whole bet of the hand. Can we find a 3rd land? Because it's good if we can. If not, then, you know, this is mediocre at best. I would definitely block with the Haywire. Undoubtedly so. And I have mana untapped. Oh my gosh. We don't have as much as I'd like because they're defending. But it's a start, you know? Seriously better than nothing. A fourth land in general allows us to double drop. Another plains will more specifically give us the Steel Seraph. We have reach. I doubt there's an attack. I would prefer there to be, because then they wouldn't get a draw when I kill the Sky Strike. So a tap now would be better for us, I believe. We do have a legendary out, so that's above board. Only one plains, though. If they tap, we can attack and grab a land. And I think I kind of would if I were them, wouldn't I? Losing out on a draw? Maybe not. Maybe you just stay defensive. It's definitely worth consideration. They're thinking it through, right? This is high level play. It's worth your time. We get it. There's no draw. Which is pretty good. You know. Definitely not bad. How much do we care if the... You know, like, I think this is a good attack too, isn't it? Because I would love to trade with that Aviator just straight up. That's a big part of their build. And turn free damage, I guess. It blocks down, but at the end of the day, you know, we are kind of looking for them to tap out anyways. So, we'll let it be. There is the Plaza, presenting Hexproof and Indestructible to the Vanguard for 2. Not a thing here. They're tapped. The Siege Veteran is fantastic. Without doubt. Very good. Okay, do we see an attack? Just for 3, down to 18. Brutal land pulls. I think we'll go for it anyways. We do get to land. It's the plains. This is what matters to us. Alright, we need to force the land pull. A little shy of the Sanctum. We can make bears, worst case. 3 cards in their hand, access to a draw, access to Plaza. 3 attackers in play. Soldiers is not an easy matchup right now, but it's a fun one. Very cool deck. Siege Veteran pushing up on the token. Token and Flyer hit. Or token stays back. Well, no, they wouldn't, but they... Plaza doesn't protect Veteran, it only protects the Aviator. Hit for 3 to 15. I guess, yep. 3 cards in their hand, plus the draw. Do you think they play the Wandering Emperor? I don't want to say this out loud in case someone's listening. Nervous, though, you know? I am only playing it as the small version in case there is the counterspell. That way we can still pay 3. But I guess they could kick it, make a 4th creature, and we'd have to pay 4, so it would not matter. It enters in. Push up the Wurmlet to 4. It's a good blocker. What you got, Willis? Is that just removal? No way. Get at Wari. Bummer. Okay. Building some tempo here for them. In turn. Ooh, that's good. Now, can we avoid a Lord? That also puts them to 5 creatures. We might be dead. Especially if they get a Lord. Getting hit for... This is all creatures including itself? Yeah, so 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. They miss by 1. We do not hit for 15 in return. We can block 1, right? Block 1, hit for 13. I don't know. I don't like the looks of this. They don't have the land to push the team up. This part's good. Down to 3. They're 15. Not good. Very bad. Clay Champion. Clay Champion could maybe help us out on our journey. That's not it. They won't have flying on everything. We have enough life gain. As long as they don't flash in more creatures. Right? Pretty intense match here. Triple trigger. Maybe we should be putting these somewhere else. It's kind of hard to justify. They take the draw. Hopefully we get lucky. Hitting for 5. And that's going to make this match much closer. They'll be at 10, we'll be at 9. What do they have in their hand? Question mark, question mark, question mark. A little bit of life link in my life. We could hit for 9 total, but that wouldn't be good. We really just need this to land successfully. It does. Now that's a transfer of life. And now we pray that they don't drop a flash creature. They don't. 3 cards in hand. Land, 2 cards in hand. Sky Strike is good. That is a draw. That is a token generation. The Yotian Frontliner is good as well. Do they attack? It's questionable. They might. They honestly might. Can we top deck removal on that Sky Strike? I do not know. It's a cool deck because you can't wait. You have to go very fast against it. A lot of aggro decks are like, oh, I can outweight this deck. You can't outweight the Sky Strike Officer. It's just going to provide value, provide value, provide value. I'm not sure how we'll do this. Emergency life gain, maybe. They're going to tap for a draw. That would be cool. Lord knows we need the attack power to get through. We got 5, 6, 7 confirmed. There's no way we'd get through with an additional 3. They would leave only 1 blocker. If they tapped this, 1, 2, 3, they'd have 2 blockers. Right? So it's not really working out the way we want it to. Close. Very close. Literally 1 creature away. Yeah, let's see how the cookie crumbles, right? Why didn't they tap the Sky Strike? Can't you tap itself? Oh, they get a blocker, though. That wasn't taking effect, the second blocker that came out. Do they have another A? Well... I should have went Vigilance, I think. Did I already choose? Because they have the Aviator, which is 5... it's just too much. It has to be Vigilance or we lose, right? And then I think we still just would lose. We have to go all in and get them below 5. Because they're forced to still block with the 1/1, correct? And when the Haywire dies, we can emergency gain life, which should help also. We're hitting for 5, 6, 7, 8 to 2. They remain at 5 attackers. Maybe we didn't think that through correctly. Vigilance wouldn't have saved us. I think this is just where the match ends. Right? Because they're hitting for 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, good game. Definitely good game now. That was close. That was a crazy close match. Oh my gosh. There's nothing for us to target for the sack here. Good game. That was so close. We couldn't have defended because they're in the air way over our heads. So Vigilance wasn't the right move. Just like a fantastic match, right? Our opponent goes first. We have pretty good land. It's a little slow, but that's okay. Making treasures. Mono red. Good times ahead. Always is, man. Always is. As expected. This is mono red. We play mono red. Luckily, we have another. It would be cool to have two of them, you know? You know, I gotta grab that counter first and foremost, just so they don't get both our creatures with and the festivities. Oh, never mind. Nice. You're a legend, Barry. There we go. We're off to the races now. Little Buster on the side. BEA Beautiful. Thank you so much for the raid, Exotic. One moment. Just recording another awesome YouTube video. Oh, look at your crew come in. Just popping off. That's fantastic. Hello, everyone. Some busy bodies. Alrighty, well, let's grab that secondary plains. Crew it up. The Buster is a modified creature, which is really cool. Gaining trample and activating the land grab ability. Oh, yeah. And then Steel Seraph, life gain. This has got to be Mono Red's worst enemy right now, the Steel Seraph. Hey, you settle down over there. Willis, you leave my tree alone. Bruh. They need to remove loyalty from my Planeswalker for that flashback. Crew it up. Turn on the life gain. I call it life gain. It's life link, though. Another Buster in play. 14 life. They're at 12. 3 cards in their hand. This is a treasure. Oh. Not even wiping the field, making devils. Now this is a strange bank. Does this work out for them? There's no way. I'll hold up removal, I guess. I'm just so confused. Get devied. Okay. That's pretty cool. Take a draw. I'd rather draw than remove here. Just take the damage. We don't care. We gain all that back, right? Gala out. Dissident out. Make the treasure. Take the counter. On Gala. Crew. Here. Crew. Here. Next. Lifelink. And hit for lethal. BEA Beautiful. Oakley dokily. I love the deck. I think maybe Patchwork could go for more removal. Maybe something like a Soul Partition. Then we could bounce our Busters after we've drawn them to grab new counters on them. We can bounce our Emperor for additional exile. We can bounce the Clay Champion for additional +1/+1 counters on the team, right? So I think That could be cool. And of course, I wanted to share some, you know, some teammates that didn't quite make the cut. Hotshot Mechanic, Citizen's Crowbar, Lion Sash, Michiko, Stonebrain, Purse, Mightstone, another mechanic, LOL. Hey, you get out of here. More Emperors, the Platoon, the Thresher I think is quite cool here, as well as the Command. You know, so they didn't quite make the cut, but some cards that I was thinking about including while we were building and testing, you know, I just like to share that with everybody. Kind of using the sideboard in Best of One as a maybe board. You know, maybe you don't have all of these cards, all the rares and mythics, and you could kind of choose from the sideboard here to fill the void if you wanted. Alrighty, so I promise you a virtual pack opening. I don't know if we can afford it. We've crushed 1 million gold. It's fantastic. Let's open a pack. I suspect 20 gems, but maybe we get a legendary artifact. Since it's virtual, we'll do 2. Big money, no whammies. This is how you gem farm. Oh, that's 40 gems. 60 gems gained in total. Wow. We can hit the shop now, can't we, chat? Thank you all so much for watching. Have a magical day. I can't wait to see you soon in the next.